Do our pets go to heaven? I think this is probably a no-brainer of a question for most people who have any sort of belief in an afterlife, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. I was actually preparing a different video for this week when one of our beloved dogs named Yoyo passed away from an aggressive cancer that popped up just in the last 2 months. Hence, this topic being kind of on my mind as of late. This is our second dog that has died in the last few years, and these were the two dogs that my wife, Jamie, and I always dreamed of having when we were first married. We always said that we would have two dogs named Hoops and Yoyo, and we were blessed to have lived that dream with these two very amazing dogs. Now, I know there might be some people out there that would respond to this topic with, what's the big deal? It's just a dog, or it's just a whatever, insert the pet that you love. And to those people, I would say, this video is not for you, so you can just move along. Those that have lost pets know of the special kind of bond and love that exists between us and them, and the true members of our family that they become. And because of this, there really is a loss, a mourning, a hurt, and a longing for the peace of mind that comes from knowing that our furry friends will be reunited with us again. As I've been riding the emotional roller coaster this last week, I really do enjoy the hope that comes from knowing that we'll joyfully reunite with our sweet Hoops and Yoyo again. A wonderful golden nugget from the scripture reinforces this to me, and I simply wanted to share it with you. It's from Doctrine and Covenants, section 29, verses 24 and 25. As the Lord is speaking about the plan of salvation, he mentions the resurrection and says, "For all old things shall pass away, and all things shall become new, even the heaven and the earth, and all the fullness thereof, both men and beasts, the fowls of the air, and the fishes of the sea. And not one hair, neither mote shall be lost, for it is the workmanship of mine hand." I'll add in a quote from Elder Jeffrey R. Holland as he was speaking about eternal marriage and families. He said, "I don't know how to speak about heaven in the traditional, lovely, paradisiacal beauty that we speak of heaven. I wouldn't know how to speak of heaven without my wife or my children. It would not be heaven for me." I love how he puts that, and I think Elder Holland would be okay with me taking the liberty to add one more element to his words as I now make them my own. I don't know how to speak of heaven without my wife, my children, or my dogs. It would not be heaven for me. I'm grateful for God's beautiful creatures with which he's granted us to share this world. Both our sweet Hoops and recently departed Yoyo have taught me much about how to live and how to love. My favorite thing about dogs is that they live in the present, like truly live in it. They don't hold grudges. They don't hold things over your head. They just love you. And they literally can't wait for the moment that you stand up because it must mean that it's time to play. They lovingly wait for you. They're loyal. Their snuggles are simply the best. And there's nothing like coming home after being gone for weeks or for a few minutes to being greeted with unmatched happiness. We can learn a lot from these amazing animals in how we should strive to live, love, and treat those around us. The present is the only thing we fully have control over, so we shouldn't waste it reliving the painful past or overly worrying about the unknown future. Clearly, happiness is found in the present when our focus is in the right place. We've all heard President Nelson say, happiness has little to do with the circumstances of our lives and everything to do with the focus of our lives. Love is the focus of these animals' lives, and it brings an unbelievable amount of joy just being around them. I miss our sweet Yoyo. He brought joy to everyone he met. I long to throw just one more orange ball for him to chase, to give one more kiss to his super soft head, one more wrestle on the floor together, and one more belly rub, which he loved. It's been hard to see places empty where I could expect to see him sleeping, snoring, or playing. But because of the gospel of Jesus Christ, I know that old things pass away and all things become new. Heaven is going to be one amazing place with many joyful reunions that I look forward to. At the end of the outro, I'll share a beautiful piece of art that my daughter Eleni drew of our Hoops and Yoyo. It captures beautifully what I know they're doing now as we all wait to be reunited one day. Let me know what questions you want the scriptures to answer and add them in the comments below or at the link in the description. Now go dive into your scriptures and gain some scripture power.